Good morning, children. In the last part of the video, we have started with a new chapter for EVS 1, that is, the environment and us. And in that, we have completed two topics, deforestation and pollution. Moving ahead with the next topics in the chapter, let's see which all are there. So, in this part of the video, we are going to see how we can maintain environmental balance, our needs, and the environment. Global efforts for the protection of the environment. That means how globally the environment is being protected and which all measures are being taken to protect the environment. So, let's look at the explanation part. As we all know that day by day the population is increasing, and due to the human intervention in nature, large scale changes are taking place in air, water and land. That means to meet the requirement of human world, these resources are being used at a large scale. Also, these non-living things or abiotic components are getting polluted. That means we all know that abiotic components and biotic components are interlinked to each other. We know that living things and non living things are present on the earth. Living things like human being, birds, animals, and so on. Whereas non living things are air, water, land, soil, and so on. So, to meet our requirement, to meet the requirement of human world, these abiotic components are getting affected. They are getting polluted. As a result, the existence of living thing is threatened, while several living things have already become extinct. Now, definitely human world is present, but animals and trees, they are getting extinct in number. That means they are getting depleted in nature. Their numbers are reducing day by day. Why? Because they are being affected by the pollution that is spreading, and definitely it is threatening their life. As we know that living things and non-living things are interrelated to each other, they are dependent on each other. So if one of the factor in the environment is getting damaged, then definitely its relationship with the other factors are also getting affected. And its result is that environmental balance is getting disturbed. There is imbalance in the environment. So from time to time, some of the living things on earth become extinct. Their numbers are reducing day by day. Previously, it was at a slower rate, but now it has increased gradually. But today, this process is taking place at a much faster rate, and this is a threat to the whole living world that is present on the earth. If we are not going to awaken ourselves with the consequences of pollution and other factors that are affecting the earth, then we need to face its difficulties and crises in future. The basic requirement of every human being on the earth is food, water, and clothes. We use a lot of things to meet our requirement. Among these, few are there that are used for the entertainment purpose, such as these help us to entertain and relax ourselves. Besides, we use many means and devices for the purpose of studies, sports, hobbies, and entertainment. And we stock up these things so that whenever it is required, we can use them. So, whatever things are being used for educational purpose or for recreational activities, other than these basic requirements of every human world, these all meets and needs are being fulfilled by the material that is obtained from nature. And sometimes, as you know, that population is increasing day by day, so the requirement for these things are also increasing day by day. All the people in the world have similar needs and desires. Just take an example. If someone will ask you to study, but you are not having a book to complete anything in that, so is it possible for you to complete your studies? No. If you take your notebooks also, you can see nowadays you get eco-friendly books, because previously the paper that was being used for preparing books was getting from the bark of tree. That means we are harming environment for our needs. But nowadays many things are coming eco-friendly. That means we are not harming the environmental resources, and we are fulfilling our requirement from other resources that are available. So, as a result, the environment is getting degraded quickly. Why? Because everyone's needs and desires are being fulfilled. We need to be aware that if we ourselves are the part of nature, we need to be carefully taken into consideration that whatever things we are using, that should be used in a limited amount and it should not be wasted. So you use so many pages to scribble or something. Once you use it, you throw it away. A little part is been written and rest of the page is empty. But still you throw that page. But remember it is very important. You can utilize that half page to write anything important that you require to complete. So we should understand the importance of nature and the resources that we are getting from nature. If there is continuously imbalance in the environment or the balance of nature is getting disturbed, then it is going to adversely affect all the human beings on the earth. And not only human beings, but plants and animals, birds as well. We need to take steps to prevent the degradation of the environment. It means that we cannot let the environment get polluted day by day. Or we can destroy the natural resources, or we can misuse these natural resources what are available to us on the earth. If you're going to misuse these resources, then they are going to get depleted in nature. The steps should be mainly include using our means frugally and recycling used articles. The first and foremost thing is that we should recycle the materials whatever can be recycled and we can reuse them. Such measures should be practiced sincerely by each and every person. If slowly and gradually we understand that how it is affecting the nature when the resources are being used, so we will come to know that we are misusing these resources. And once these resources are being used, they are not going to be reused again. So it is very important. The things that we are using and can be recycled can be used again and again without harming the nature. Sincerely, we have decided that we are not going to waste the material and we are going to use it in a proper manner. And whenever possible, we are going to recycle it. As a citizen of the country, let us take a resolution. Not being a citizen also, but we are living on earth. We are thankful to God that God has given us birth on this earth where we can see beautiful nature, scenic beauty on this earth. So it is our responsibility that we are not going to take any of the actions that are going to harm our environment or is going to create more amount of pollution or harm any of the living world on the earth. So let us make all the possible efforts for the preservation and conservation of the living world, and we are not going to harm the living world on the earth. Moving on with the next part is global efforts for the protection of the environment. Several projects have been implemented. They have been planned out and they have been implemented at the international and national level so that environmental maintenance could be there. We can protect the environment and we can balance the nature in a proper manner. So it is important to raise the awareness among people all over the world about the threat to the environmental balance. That is why every year we celebrate World Environment Day as well as we celebrate Tree Plantation Day also. Many countries of the world are enacting laws that will help to prevent the pollution of air, water, and soil. If laws are not going to be enacted, then no one is going to listen. So that people should understand the importance of nature and try to reduce the amount of pollution that is spreading day by day. So these plans and these projects have been implemented by the government to create awareness among people. In this part of the video, we have seen that how we can protect and preserve our environment. We should not degrade the environment or environmental resources that are present on the earth for all the living world because they are part of this earth. So it should not affect anyone's life. So my dear children, here we end up with our video. Thank you for watching the video. We'll be continuing the next part of the lesson in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.